My name is Shirley Fox Weinstein.
Your parents?
Leo and Julia Fox.
And they were born?
I really don't remember. I think Germany or Poland. It was across, you know.
Mm-hmm. So they came to the United States and they had you and anyone else?
Well, my brothers, we were 4 years apart.
Okay, tell us your brothers' names.
Philip, Philip, and Alfred. And I lost them both in
Oh,
2 weeks.
that was hard.
That was the saddest time of my life.
But I'll bet you have some good memories of when you spent time together.
Right, but that doesn't,
That doesn't take away.
no.
All right, so you said, were they younger or older than you?
They were younger. We were 4 years apart. Phil was 4 years younger than me, and Al was 4 years younger than Phil.
Well, that's perfect. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah,
Okay, so you had brothers. Did they all go to Dundee School?
I think so. I'm not. I think so.
And then on to Central High?
Right.
Okay, you mentioned two girlfriends that you had at Dundee or Central.
At Central, it was Florence Greenberger and Estelle Radaziner. That was their maiden names.
And you went all through Central with them?
Right.
And then you don't remember the year you graduated. I bet
No.
that was so long ago.
No.
All right, so when you left Central High School, you told me you got a job for the government.
Right.
Can you tell me about that job?
I think it was filing. It wasn't a big deal. I think I filed. And I made a couple of close friends there. We stayed friends for many, many years. But got away from each other.
What were their names?
Betty Sladen and Lorraine, I think Black. I'm not, they were Gentile girls.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably gone. I don't know.
And somewhere along the way, you met the love of your life?
Yeah. I was introduced to her by I think it was his cousin Bobby Bat.
So you're related to the Nebraska Furniture Mart family.
Not really.
Bobby Bat's one of those.
This was a different Bobby
Ah,
Bat.
there was more than one
Yeah.
Bobby Bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish.
Okay, so you met your husband, and then you got married,
Right,
and you were still working at that time.
right.
Tell me about when you had your children.
I'm trying to remember where we lived then. I know I lived in an apartment, and then we moved to 4912 Cass. But I don't remember if I had the children. I think that, I don't remember. I know that Sis Adler lived close by. I was friendly with her and her children, Bobby and Kathy.
You mentioned Ida and Yale Richards to me. How did you know them?
Well, see, it seemed like we were just in a group. I can't even tell you, I suppose, in school.
Mm-hmm.
And as years go by, I told you Yale was our attorney.
Mm-hmm.
But I was friendly with Ida long before that. We played bridge. I played bridge with Ida. And Pauline Gus. Maybe Esther Gordman. I'm really not sure.
Nice group of ladies.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so tell
This
me,
is bringing back a lot of memories.
tell me about your children. Tell me their names and where they live.
Well, My oldest one is Robert. He's not married. He lives in Florida. He just redid an apartment, which I unfortunately will never see, but he's happy and thank God. He's not married, but he's made a good life for himself. And then Dale is my middle son. He lives here. And Jimmy, my baby, lives in Philadelphia. And Jimmy is a grandpa, which makes me a great grandma to two darling little girls. They're probably cuter than anybody you've ever seen.
Of course they are.
I'm just kidding. And where was I? Dale. And Jimmy lives in Philadelphia and goes to see the kids as often as he can.
And where do his kids live?
One's in Miami and one's in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's in Philadelphia. And Jeff is in Miami Beach.
So do you have photos of them?
I've got a lot of them, but nothing, I wear them out looking.
I know about that.
Yeah.
All right, so you had the children, and you said they also went to Central High. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they go away to college?
Yeah. Where did Robert go? I think he went. He landed in Oklahoma. He graduated from Oklahoma, I think. And Jimmy graduated from Michigan. Dale didn't go. He went to juniors college for too short a time to talk about. Didn't. But Dale's very handy with his hands. He can fix anything. They're getting old, my kids. Too bad I'm not.
Now, as you were getting married and going away to school and working for the government, did you think you would live to be 97 and talking to us?
I'm not 97 yet.
Oh, okay, 96 and a half.
A lot can happen.
I know. I know.
But you asked me, I forgot already.
Oh, I said, did you ever think you would live to be 96 and a half?
I never thought about it.
We don't think about it, do we?
To tell you the truth.
All right, you were volunteering at Methodist, and you told me you did some other volunteer work.
Well, I told you with the children, helping them read.
You told me that, but you didn't tell the video that.
Oh. But I tell you, it was in a school in Benson.
Mm-hmm.
It was just Lois Novat Nieder was the one that got me into that. And it was fun. They were little kids and they were funny.
Did they tell you all kinds of things that their parents wouldn't know about?
Well, I don't know if you'll catch on or if I should even tell you. But Lois told the whole world. There was one little boy who was just so cute. He says something about, somebody told him this word, fuke, fuke, fuke. And I told Lois afterwards, the only thing I thought was, it's the short U, not the long U. So we had fun, And what else would you like to
Well,
know?
you were working with those children, and I'm sure you loved that. Did you do anything else? Any other volunteer work after
Just
that?
the Gray Ladies.
Just, you were a Gray Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Gray Ladies came about during World War II, right?
I don't even remember.
Well, the reason I know that is because you received an award,
Mm-hmm.
And that award was the Betty Marks Award, named after my mother, who was a gray lady. And that was during the war.
Well, then it must have been.
And so you got your award for volunteering at Methodist, is that correct? Do you remember how many years you did that?
I have no idea, but it was a long time. It wasn't just the thing with the kids wasn't a long, but I was a gray lady for many years. But I can't tell you.
Okay.
Do they have any records?
I have no idea.
I doubt it. You know.
So when you were through being a gray lady, what did you do after that? Did you belong to any Jewish organizations?
Oh, I probably belonged to many of them, but I don't remember.
Like the Council of Jewish Women?
And at that time there was the Hadassah. They're not in. Somebody told me there's no Hadassah anymore.
I don't know the answer to that. No? Okay. So, do you belong to a synagogue, or did you belong to a synagogue?
Temple.
Temple? Who was the rabbi? Do you remember?
Well, going back at the time, I suppose it was Brooks.
Okay.
And then Azrael.
And did you go often? Did you get involved at Temple? Or were you kind of like me and you went for the high holidays?
I think at that time I might have still been at Bethel.
Oh, you belonged to both.
And I did a lot of volunteer work. Now that I forgot all about it. Working in the kitchen with Lucille. But that was a long time ago.
When you
I really didn't do anything at Temple.
When you were working in the kitchen with Lucille, whom everyone probably remembers, what were you doing? Were you working for special events or?
Fixing dinners, or helping her fix dinners. What for, I don't remember.
So does that mean you're a good cook?
Oh yeah, marvelous.
Do you still like to cook?
I'm very good at making reservations. I can't even do that anymore. It's getting harder.
How do you get around? Do you get, when you want to go somewhere, how do you get there?
Oh, I've got a wonderful, wonderful woman. In fact, we're dear friends. I used to walk at West Roads an hour every day for many years, and I met Mike there. Her nickname is Mike. And I used to walk with Mike and Maria and Kathy. We kind of, walked together. But we became very close friends. We're still close friends. We go out maybe every 3 months, maybe more if we can. So the doctor wanted me to have help when I took a shower. She didn't want me to take a shower by myself. So Mike said, well, she'd do it. She'd been with me ever since. She'd do anything for me, and I'd do anything for her.
That's wonderful.
I was truly blessed to have her.
So when you go out for dinner, where do you like to go?
When I used to go out, I don't do too much. Even when Robert was here, it's just easier to pick up and bring. Because I know it would bother Robert to. Michael used a wheelchair once in a while, but I didn't want to make Robert do that. I knew it would hurt him.
Okay, so what's your favorite place when you were going out to eat? Where did you like to go?
Gosh, I like it.
Any place where you didn't have to cook?
Yeah, Sternella's, Taxis, all the places.
And do you like living here? You have friends who also live here, right?
Well, really don't see each other too much. Judy is very good to me,
Judy Farber?
She's wonderful.
I think she's good to everyone, isn't she?
As long as she's good to me, I don't care what she does with anybody else. No, she really, if Mike can't drive me to my card game than she will. She'll, you know, she steps in. She's a very good neighbor.
Now you forgot to mention your card game. Tell me about that.
Well, years ago, like I said, I used to play bridge, but that went by the wayside. Couldn't find enough hands, and I play pan.
Who do you play with?
We played for many years. Well, I just lost Harriet Singer, so I don't know how long it will really. It's hard to, if you don't know the game. It's hard. Do you play it? The best is 8 hands, and if you can't have 7, and now we're down to 6, which is very difficult because if one can't play, we don't have a game. We don't have enough hands, and we played too high stakes for people who don't want to play that much.
What do you mean by high stakes?
Quarter, chip. But that's a lot of, you can lose a lot of money. I have. Last Saturday I won $52.
Wow.
So it's a big game. You can't ask people to, and then we thought, well, maybe we should lower the stakes. Maybe we'd get, but it wouldn't be, I can't explain it. It wouldn't be a good game. Because if we're playing for less, we'd probably play every damn hand. We wouldn't care.
Tell me who the remaining people are that are playing cards with you.
Let me see. Phoebe Skolnick. And there's 2 Gentile girls. Franny Blumkin. And me. How many is that?
5?
Who am I forgetting? Oh, Charney.
Oh,
Charney.
we all know Charney too.
Harriet's sister.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a fun group.
Yeah, it's a good game. I enjoy it.
How often do you play?
Twice a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know how long it's going to last.
Well, if you win $52 in one game, are they still your friends?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you how much I've lost.
Oh.
When you're in a game, 1 week it's one way, 1 week it's the other. But it's just getting out. But I don't think it's going to last, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, take each week as it comes. That's what I would do.
Right. Franny hurt her, but she'd tell me her ankle, and she couldn't play, so we didn't have a game. Like I said, if one can't play anymore.
Now, when you're home like this, do you watch a lot of TV?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite program?
I have the game channel, so I watch that a lot. Game shows.
Oh, game shows, okay. What's your favorite game show?
I don't know.
Do you watch Jeopardy?
I love Jeopardy.
Most people do.
Yeah. I watch it and I pray for Alex.
Yes, but I think he's doing okay.
Yeah, so far so good. And a lot of things I think are really taped months ahead.
They might be.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
So that's your favorite show, Jeopardy?
That and what's the other one? Wheel of Fortune.
Is that with Vanna White?
That's with Pat
Sajak and Vanna White.
Mm-hmm.
That's been on for a very long time.
Very long. Sometimes when I watch him, she must get so tired of repeating the same thing. Really, over and over and over and over. Just when you're watching it, do you watch it?
No.
Why don't you? It's a good show.
I don't. All right, now you have 4 sons.
3.
I'm sorry, 3 sons. And I was wondering if you would like, how you would like them to remember you.
Oh, that's a hard question. You'd have to ask them, not me.
What are you most proud of in your life?
I don't have anything. I'm proud of my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. All of us are in the same boat, right?
When was the last time you saw your sons from out of town?
Robert was just here in July. He comes in July for his birthday and stays 3 weeks.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he was just here in July. And Jimmy came to see me by himself, but I can't tell you when, but not that long ago. And Dale, the one that's here, I see the least. That's my Dale.
Is there anything else that you would like your kids to remember about you?
How much I loved them.
I can't think of anything nicer.
They're good kids. Really lucky, you know. Did I bring that out? Living next door to Ike and Ross for 32 years.
No. I didn't turn the camera off. It's been running all this time.
Wonderful.
And Renee will edit it.
Yeah.
You know, where we're just chit-chatting. She can take that
next
out.
door each other for 32 years. That was my fun time.
Early marriage?
Yeah, well, I don't know how early. One Sunday, we lived next door to each other on Cumming Street. And one Sunday, Ross says, the house isn't big enough now. She was having grandkids. I wasn't, but she was. And she says, I'm going out to look for her. So I said, well, I'll go with you. And we bought a place on Cumming, 64th and Cumming. Yep, the years went by.
Who else lived on that street?
On Cumming? Well, Keeley lived just below me. And Elaine Saunders lived below me. She was a king.
No. You don't remember the neighborhood that you grew up in?
Oh, on 48th and Cumming?
No, before that even.
Well, that's where I grew up as a child, on
That-
48th and Cumming.
48th and Cumming, okay.
The neighbors I had were Sarah and Harry Saltzman, and their son, Paul, who is, do you know, he's big in something, I can't remember what.
I think he's is he a doctor?
Something.
So, yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah, I hit him once.
He's a member of ours.
I once hit him an accident with a bat. Could have killed him. Gosh.
Were you playing baseball together?
He got in the way. It wasn't my fault.
It was his fault for getting in the way.
Right. No, he was a contemporary of my youngest brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sarah. And then across the street was Ruth Rosinski and her mother, Mrs. Silver. And that's where I met my lifelong friend, Rose, because they were raising her.
Rose.
Silver.
Rose Silver.
Rose Silver at the time.
Okay.
And she married Joe Rasnick.